A commitment to building communities that thrive by cultivating the bayanihan spirit of the Filipino is no easy task. But PHINMA Properties has once again built a community with the Filipino in mind. Let's take a look at Likha residences. Let's find out more details about what Likha Residences has to offer from the President and CEO of PHINMA Properties, Pete Felix. Hi, Pete.
Hi, good afternoon, Isa.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having us. So first things first, what's the idea behind Likha Residences? I'm sure it started off from somewhere, the inspiration.
A few years back, maybe 4 or 5 years back, hardly any choices for homes, right? You either had the villages or condominiums. There was nothing in between. The ideology here was returning to our roots as a luxury developer. It's really born out of that concept to address a need that exists.
How did Likha come about?
Well, in terms of the concept Likha, we made a thrust to go Filipino. One of our core values is patriotism. A lot of developers do have various developments with various themes that kind of remind you of what you've seen abroad.
Yes, European,
Right.
Japanese.
We decided that we wanted to go strictly Filipino. Aesthetic, the way of life, it's what we have in mind, to be true to our core value of patriotism. In designing the homes, we have their lifestyle in mind. For instance, you have a drying area for your laundry.
You like this area where pwede kang magsampay.
Correct.
Right?
So it's not in your balcony or
Yes,
you know.
okay. I like how particular that example
Right.
is.
We looked at the peculiarities of the Pinoy family and made sure that we incorporated that in the way we design.
Why the South?
Land is very scarce in Metro Manila. If you do have a horizontal development, one residential lot that they've chopped up to 3 or 4 townhouses because
And it's
land is so
ridiculously expensive.
Exactly. It presented an opportunity for us, and we decided that, it's a way to go back to our ideology. This is one of the last pieces of property that we've seen that it's still possible that we can
Nice.
do this.
And again, it affords you the space that you wanted for the brand of community that you want to build.
Correct. Alabang's like the center, right? It's
Yeah.
the most progressive city here in the South.
So let's get to the details then. What are the amenities, the offerings?
Each unit has a garden. We have a gated area. We have the clubhouse where you have swimming pool, gym, you have function rooms, and you have an open deck. The parks are plentiful.
Okay.
All our electrical, telecom, all underground.
What makes it uniquely PHINMA?
In PHINMA, we really cater to the first-time home buyer when we design something. It's not a matter of us bringing down costs at the expense of the inconvenience to the end user. It's meant for the person buying it to actually use it, and they will find all the conveniences that they will need using it themselves. And then you add to that that the bayanihan spirit, it's in our DNA. So it's something that we encourage amongst the communities that we build.
Yeah, this is a community where you want to get to know your neighbors.
And apart from knowing each other, being able to help each other. It's something that we really try to encourage or foster within the communities that we develop. Despite it being Filipino, we try to incorporate the modern lifestyle into the Filipino architecture. We have to make it homey at the same time. So our designs are very timeless here. Our services, we have our own property management group. It's something that we're very proud of because it's actually our property management group that injects the bayanihan culture into the communities that we build. And our proximity, we still are in Metro Manila. So we're giving you a horizontal development in Metro Manila, close to your
Work
work
yeah.
situation,
Schools.
your schools, your where you grew up, your parents, etc.
Where you want to be.
Where you want to be, exactly.
Now we're about to take a tour of the 3-story townhouse here at Likha Residences. And I'm still with Pete Felix, the President and CEO of PHINMA Properties. So we're here in front of the 3-story townhouse that we were just talking about earlier.
We have adobe stone lining the walls as accent. We have these little planter boxes in every floor because we wanted to soften the look. The balconies were actually done so that we can encourage people going out, enjoying their balconies, even fostering camaraderie with their neighbors.
Or simply keeping it open so that wind comes in.
Exactly. Let me bring you to the garden in the back.
Okay, cool. So, as you enter the garage or driveway, you're led into the garden area.
That's correct.
Which is the back. Oh,
That's
nice.
correct. All of the units are going to have gardens. The only difference, the 3-story has its garden here on the ground floor, where the 4-story, it's an elevated.
On top of the driveway.
Yes.
It's an area to be it entertained, to relax, to escape, and at the same time, you can actually do activities here. If you have pets, here you go.
True. The pets.
It doesn't feel like we promised you a garden, here's your garden.
It's not 1 square meter of garden.
The 3-story. Okay, so this is the foyer. How about this one?
This is the service area. So we have laundry here, and we have space for a secondary kitchen, household room.
It's not just a cramped corner.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
And they have their own space. Nice.
Okay, this is my sampayan room.
Hey! You
No.
weren't kidding.
No,
and
I'm not. So
no
that-
one has to see your clothes, your underwear.
Exactly. So it doesn't end up in the balcony in front. Now this door goes out to the
Yes.
garden.
And if you can
Diba?
open it, I can feel the air.
Right. It's really the Filipino lifestyle that we had in mind. These are our Senorita Stairs. It was designed in such a way so that even seniors are not going to have a hard time
Yeah, and it's
going
not
up.
so steep.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and it's not narrow. All right, so this is the second landing, and I think this is one of those social points that you were talking about
Yes.
with family.
Definitely. In fact, if you notice, if you look at the stairs, a lot of people are wondering why the stairs was designed diagonally. It was designed diagonally so that everything feeds into a focal point here.
Here,
Right.
meaning you want to end up here. See, this is a dining area, and this is where they can just hang out, living area, watch TV, read some books, play video games. All right, why don't we actually step out into the balcony?
After you.
I like this part that you can just keep it open, so you don't have to keep the air conditioning on all the time.
Right.
And safe.
If you notice, that's south, this is north. All the units are situated facing north or south so that you get the cross vents.
It's spacious. It's enough for like 5 to 8 people. Again, dining is right there. And it's easy to serve the food because the kitchen, the main
kitchen, yeah.
is here. I like how private it feels. There's a little walkway, a nook, good countertop space also.
The countertop is Caesar stone, actually, the bangarahan in Filipino. So it's actually a dish drying rack. If you notice the way it's designed, everything is on pivot reach, right?
And
That's
it's not
right.
tight. You're
So-
not like bumping elbows.
Correct.
Nice. And
Correct.
storage space.
And we put an air conditioner in the kitchen.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah, it is.
It is, yes, a bathroom. There's a bathroom, not just necessarily a place to wash up, because there's a bedroom.
That's correct.
So this is good for like guests or an older child.
Correct.
And again, it's spacious. They got their own closet space. And this is a queen size bed.
We really wanted to give people space.
Off to the 3rd floor.
These vents are
Electronically.
yeah, same as the one below. Natural light, natural ventilation. There are switches over there and there's a switch down there.
Something else is special about this landing before we go to the actual bedrooms in the 3rd floor, and it is this.
Well, that is a Clara story. The architects designed it as such. It brings in natural light, and at the same time as bringing in natural light, it actually absorbs hot air. If you look at the way that the ceiling of that is made, it's not attached to anything.
So that
it's
the
floating.
hot air can
so
escape.
that hot air can escape. Exactly. This is another bedroom.
Another double bed, but it's still big. I mean, it's not a single. And it's got its own bathroom.
Yes.
Really, up to you how you want to design the room, spruce it up to your advantage, but the promise of space is here. And finally, we're going to take the last stop.
Let's go to the master's bedroom after you.
There we go. The most spacious of them all.
Yes.
It's got the biggest bathroom right over
Yeah,
here.
where we separated the shower
Okay, bath, the toilet,
The
shower.
toilet and the shower
his and
separated,
her sinks.
and then the his and her sink. Right.
Yes, so nobody fights. From a very, very spacious bathroom to a king-size bed, just so we can establish how spacious the master's bedroom is, to having your own balcony. And it's directly above the balcony of the second floor living area.
With the same size.
So basically, the floor area also of the second floor living room is now,
It's the floor plate of the third floor also.
it's really something you can say, it's my room, right? When
That's correct.
When you get it. So nice, nicely done. Thanks for the tour, Pete.